Hi, Phantom. There's my glue. It's not quite dry yet. I'd like to save as many of the fish as possible. What's this little guy doing? He floating? You floating? What up, little floater? We'll get these guys all dialed in. We grabbed all the box turtles. We put them in here. Oh, there's heaters on the ground, but I think it's a little overcrowded. Always a little frustrating. So much. Making turtles happy is what I do best. Look at how beautiful. These guys are just like box turtles. Look at that. It's a massive undertaking. Oh, baby, I'm going to race against weather. It's been colder than normal here in Florida, and it's been lasting longer than normal. So I've got to get some tubs repaired, turtles moved, and make them more comfortable. That's what I'm going to do here today. It is seriously stressful. Come along for this ride. Okay, what's going on? Here's what's happening with this tub. I've removed the snake necks, and originally we had a bulkhead up here, and for some reason they didn't have one down here. So I removed some makeshift kind of plug they made, and I fashioned this doohickey, but unfortunately there were some drill holes, and I'm plugging those up, but they're not plugging as nicely as I need to, so I'm going to go ahead and do a plastic weld where you take a heat gun and the same type of plastic and melt it over this to try and seal up any leaks. So I am going to do that a little bit right now, and then we're going to take the mud turtles from the blue tub and we're going to put them in this tub, and we've already separated out some of the other mud turtles who are what I consider to be a little bit less hardy or not swimming as well. We've moved them into this so I can keep an eye on those. And then we have to take this tub, move it up to the patio, get it all plumbed, and move some of the big river turtles into that because they're all crowded in one blue tub. We need as much room as possible because I think what I'm going to do is keep those big turtles in the tubs for the next few weeks because it could get cold again, and I just don't want to have to go back in the pond, pull them out. My back can't take it. These turtles are heavy. So it might just be easier to keep them in tubs for the next few months. And then this way I don't have to stress about keeping them warm because it is very important to keep those Amazon turtles warm. All right, let me get to work. See you in a minute. All right, we're gonna let the glue dry on the PVC, let this cool down a bit. I threw some glue all over it, so hopefully this thing is sealed up properly. But in the meantime, let's have a look at the mud turtles. And this is what I don't like. I don't like seeing turtles that float. So I pull the turtles that are floating. This guy goes down. Owie, that's snappy. They go down, but they can't submerge all the way, and that usually means there's some kind of respiratory problem. So let's go ahead, open this up. Okay, and put these guys in here. This way we can keep an eye on them, and when Dr. Mike comes back, he'll be able to give them a look. And if we need some injections, we'll give them to him. Look at this. See this? We don't like that. So this is a good way to separate out sick ones and healthy ones. But other than that, a lot of these guys are eating nicely. They look good, they're active. We got heaters in the water, as you can see. So pretty stoked overall. We did lose about 12 of them. And that's to be expected when you're dealing with this kind of situation. But okay, so let's have a look. There's my glue. It's not quite dry yet. Just gonna leave it be. But the other thing I have to do is I'd like to save as many of the fish as possible. So that's important. I like saving the fish. I don't like wasting any life. And we got quite a few fish in there, so I'll be scooping them up and putting them in the bucket. What's this little guy doing? He floating? You floating? Yeah, floater. What up, little floater? We'll get these guys all dialed in. It's starting to warm up nicely, to be perfectly honest. In fact, let's take a walk. Let me show you what else I've been up to since we've last hung out. Okay, so I built a really nice cave here for the box turtles. This thing goes deep. It's got a heater in it. It's not plugged in at the moment, but I'll run a cord over to Lumpy's area. But yeah, we got a nice cave that I built and filled it with bamboo leaves and all kinds of detritus so that the turtles can bed down in it, because I went around and I grabbed up all of the box turtles. Leo and we grabbed all the box turtles, we put them in here. Oh, there's heaters on the ground, but I think it's a little overcrowded. So what I'm gonna do is actually open it up, let these guys out, because it isn't gonna be as cold tonight as it was the last couple nights. It's only going to be in the low or high 40s, to be honest. So let's slide this over, push these down. I just kind of blocked them off. Very simple, whatever works, you know, here on the farm. Move this. Oh. There we go. So look at these guys. That's a lot of box turtles, and you can see we have heaters down in here. Yeah, nice and warm there. But the rest of them are just chilling out. That is a ton of boxies, don't you guys think? Holy smokes. So let's shut this back up. When it warms up, they're gonna become more active and they're gonna walk around and do their thing. But right now, I'm gonna let the aldabras and galops out because they should be able to stretch out and walk around. And then plus it gives me something to do while that glue is curing. Okay, we say drying, curing. I think the correct term is curing. So it's a chemical reaction. It's not actually drying. Just like cement. All right, we just learned something, friends. Put this down, a little dusty. Hey, Phantom, come on out, bub. There's Phantom, everybody. You can see the nice heat lamp in there. Everyone's warm and toasty. Come on out, Bubba. I'm really glad I got this corral done. Just nice and easy. So the sun, as it gets higher, is gonna hit this. We're gonna remove this tree. That's 2026. We're gonna take that tree out. We'll get more sun here. Possibly that one also. So yes, just a lot of work. I feel bad. These guys have been literally in for the last 3 days because of our weather. I am also going to make a similar door, a slide down door that I did for those guys here. Hello, there's Boba. Come on out, Boba. This is cool. It's like a tortoise train. Next up is going to be Nostradamus. Let's take bets. Who's coming up next? Is it going to be Nos? Yeah, there he is. Come on out, Nostradamus. Get on out here and see the world. Awesome. That's a big boy. Yeah, you're a handsome guy. Love you, dude. All right, welcome. Welcome back out. Go ahead. They're going to go right to the sun, and they're going to lay in the sun for a bit. It's going to be in the 60s today, so that's warm enough that I can allow these guys some chance to sunbathe and relax outside. But we won't feed them yet until the temps get a little bit higher. So, what do you know? In the meantime, we need to get turtles transferred. I want to get these little turtles into the tub that we're fixing right now. They're going to need the space. We gotta get turtles in there, we got water in there, branches in there, we got a lot to do. But I'm up for it. Always a little frustrating. However, making turtles happy is what I do best. Let's see. Still a little bit. It's got to go a little bit more. This is looking better here though. Not as tacky. That's feeling good. Feeling good. Oh, here's hoping. I don't care if it leaks just a smidge. Doesn't matter because the water's on timers. I know it's going to wind up filling it up no problem every day. But, you know, one hand, guys. One hand. Oh, two hands. Gentle. All right. Okay, let's open her up, see what's happening. Okay. I like branches for these turtles. Lots of branches, lots of visual barriers, things of that nature. We got this nice cage here, but yeah. All right. Looking like it's working. That's working, friends. That's working. Okay. And once again, thanks to Aquascape for having all these materials here at the camp for me to use. We love Aquascape. I'm like their warehouse down south, but they come in handy and I can use whatever I need. All right, let's just spread these out. I like how the sun's hitting that one. We're not going to go too deep with the water. I like having a log like that. We're going to have this one floating. Here's another. They just kind of hang on the logs and bask and relax. Here's a nice little cork log that'll float. They can hide in that. And let's start filling. In fact, I know I have this hose that needs to go in. Yeah, we got water. We got water. Oh, baby, please work for me. Let's hope my welding, it's not easy to do because it's, you know, it's not proper tools. We're really going to try and fill this thing up quick. So much, that's cold. Pain in the neck. Good grief, ball. Such a pain. Nothing's easy. You got a lot of pressure on that hose. All right. Woo-wee. That'll wake you up in the morning. Braveheart. Anyway, okay. I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna start getting turtles swapped in. And hopefully, like I said, we don't have too much of a leaky. Wish me luck. All right, we've got some turtles moved. So the good thing about this is it's a smaller habitat, and I'll be able to keep it warmer easier with the stock tub heaters that I have. And it looks like the turtles we have are some red cheeks and some Tabasco muds. I am pretty psyched. Look at how beautiful. These guys are just like box turtles. Look at that. They can close right up, which is amazing. This is a big female. So we've got a lot of logs for them to climb up on. We got the fish. They're eating pellets. They're really quite happy, these little guys. Oops, sorry. But they're doing good. Did find some more mortalities. Again, it's to be expected. With such a large group of animals being rescued, it's just impossible to know what kind of conditions they were in prior to arriving here, and then how long, you know, were they out of their proper environment. So it is what it is. We knew this was going to happen. Look at this little guy. Some of these look like they might have, this one's real light. I don't know, I'm looking at their eyes. Some of them, let me see, look like they have some ocular lesions right there. So we're gonna get some cream on them. I mean, it's a massive undertaking when you have this many animals that need help. But, you know, we're up for the task. So we got them moved. They're in a secure area. This is a black tub. It's going to hold heat better. So for these 40-degree nights, I think we'll be okay. Next, I now have to go and roll this big sucker. We got to clean it out, and I got to roll it on up. And we're almost done. We're almost done with our project. I'm going to just spray this out. And yeah, good times, good times. All right, let me get to work. All right, we got the 2 painted river terrapins and the crop turtle in there. I'm gonna get 2 of the large Amazon turtles in here, the Podocnemus expansa. It'll lessen the burden on that one. We got the well water running through, and what's interesting is you can see the well water comes out clear, but it actually has a lot of metal, iron in it. So it turns this color also, plus there's a lot of turtles in here. So, okay, 2 of the Podocs are coming in, 1 of the Fly Rivers, and then I feel like that'll separate things out nicely for these guys, a little less stress. But man, look at how dirty the pond is from all the water running through it. It's all the well water running through it. It's just irony. There are still cichlids in there, and man, after a couple of days of just cycling through, the filters will do their thing. But my goodness, what a pain in the neck this has been. But let's get these turtles out right now. I got to put you guys down because I'm going to need both hands for these turtles. There's just no way I can do this without both hands. So we got one right here. Let's see if we can get it out. Easy does it, buddy. Easy does it. All right, easy does it. This is such a difficult job. Woo! Holy hell. That's a heavy turtle, friend. And they kick really, really hard. We still have one more to get. This is just so nuts. That's why I only want to do this once this season. And if we have another cold snap, man, I'm not even going to do it again. I'm leaving them in the tubs. Just easier to do that without harming myself or the turtles, really. Here's another one. Let's see if I can move it. It ain't easy. I'm trying to drain the water down a little bit. I just want to get it, set it, and be done. Oh man, this is some work. These are some turtles, people. Oh, I've lifted easier tortoises. Oh, that hurts. Oh. Ah. All right, let's get a fly river. They're heavy too. Okay. Ha! Done. All right, we just gotta let this fill up, and I got a big chore done, friends. Look at those turtles, aren't they beautiful? I just want to do the best job I can for these animals. I think what's gonna happen here in the future is I'm gonna invest in a larger tub that I maybe can hide in the back. We've got electric back there. I can still pump the water up. I can kind of filter it through, and it'll become kind of a winter retreat for those guys. Like I said, it's just crazy to see the pond like this, but this is what happens when it gets cold. We got another few nights in the 40s. It started on, when did it start? New Year's Eve, down in the 30s. And then it lasted 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 days. So that's crazy. That's a long time for the temperatures to drop like this. The pond here is probably in the mid 60s. Let's actually take our smart thermometer, wherever I put the probe. Here it is. Let's see what the temperature is in the rec pond at the moment. I have more of these smart thermometers coming. Let's just throw it all the way to the bottom, give it a second, and see what the temps are. I know I don't want to keep Amazon turtles. Podocs can be pretty sensitive to cold, so we definitely do not want those guys to be getting any respiratory problems. And in here we have one fly river, we have Biggie Smalls, the male of the Podoc nemes, and then these guys here. So they're just kind of gonna have to hang out, enjoy the cramped area. We've got a heater in here, and I'm getting another stock tub heater. But man, this is just, it's work caring for these animals. I got myself a bit of a turtle zoo, and we're doing our best right now. So what do you know? What do you say? I say, use those muscles. All right, cool. I feel much better about this being done, friends. And let's have a peek now what the temps are. Yeah, 69 and dropping. Guarantee it's gonna drop even more. 69's not terrible. Yeah, look, 67. It went from 69 to 67 degrees, and I'll guess it's gonna get even worse. So anything below 70, I get nervous. Below 65, you're out. And I didn't even want to wait for that. And that's at the bottom of the pond. And there's no mud for these guys to insulate themselves with. The big pond has got a larger volume of water, and you guys saw how much mud is there. They'll burrow into that mud, and I'm not really worried too much about them. It's really, being in a rock bottom pond, you want to make sure there's some kind of insulation for these guys. Still have ants walking all over me from these tubs. Okay, we're just gonna let things fill up. But these truly are a remarkable turtle, and I am so honored and grateful that I've been entrusted with them, and I'm glad that I'm still strong enough to work with them, to get in there, pull them out, get them set up on tubs. It's not ideal. I don't like the look of two big giant blue tubs on my patio, but it's short. Winter don't last long here in Florida. So I hope all of you guys are well. Thanks for watching. I was a little cranky at the beginning, but you know what? When the job gets done, I get excited. And to know that the turtles are healthy, that all my hard work is paying off, that's important. If you guys want to help out the camp, go to patreon.com/Kamp Kenan. You guys can become patron members. You'll get exclusive content and live chats with me every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern. You're helping save these animals. You're helping keep the videos coming, and we really appreciate it. So thank you guys. I am now going to clean up, and I think I'm ready for a bike ride. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.